right before your life expands, you feel like you're falling apart. You feel emotional, unstable, unsure. You feel like you made the wrong decision. And that's the part no one prepares you for. They talk about manifestations, they talk about the breakthroughs, they talk about glow ups. They don't talk about identity shock. And if you are in that right now, this is not regression. This is expansion colliding with your old identity. Stay with me. Hey Soul Family! If you are new here, my name is Kay, and I talk about manifestation through identity recalibration and nervous system safety. Because I learned that you can't hold a new life with an old identity. And today we are talking about the part of growth that almost made me quit. We're talking about multiple times. Identity shock, what happens when your external world is upgrading, but your nervous system still identifies with the survival. You get the opportunity you prayed for, and suddenly you feel an anxiety. You make more money, and you feel guilty. Someone treats you better, and suddenly you pull away. Not because you don't want it, because your body doesn't recognize it. And unfamiliar feels dangerous. When I first moved from Dubai to LA, that was my first identity shock. You understand? I left my family, my life, my comfort, everything that was familiar to me. On the outside, it felt bold, but inside, I questioned myself every single day. Who do you think are you? What if you fail? What if you go back embarrassed? And when opportunities started happening in LA, even small ones, I felt almost undeserving. Like I was stepping in a life that it didn't belong to the version that I always had known. Then Arizona had happened. Moving again, starting over again, starting income from scratch again. I remember sitting on the floor on my apartment with my laptop open and my bank account not comfortable, YouTube not fully stable, and clients not consistent yet, and opportunities were still starting to move. And instead of celebrating, my nervous system panicked. I was laying on bed and I was just spiraling. My heart was racing. I was doubting myself, talking to myself negatively every single day. And I wanted to play safe because I was like, this is unfamiliar. This is scary for me because my identity was still seeing me as this is the woman who struggled all the time, the woman who almost makes it, the woman who survives, not thrives, the woman that holds back all the time. And expansion felt unstable to me. And trust me, this takes a lot of work, but towards the end, you will thank yourself. Let's talk money, shall we? When I first started making more than I ever had before, I didn't feel powerful. I felt pressure. I felt like I needed to protect it, to not lose it, to not mess it up. I caught myself almost shrinking again, almost sabotaging growth, because consistency still felt unfamiliar. And your nervous system prefers predictable struggle over unpredictable success. This is how deep this goes. So spiritually, this is what's happening. You are collapsing timelines. You are stepping into a new life that your old self never embodied before. And your subconscious says, this is not who we are. Because for years, you identified with lack, with survival, with almost. And now you are trying to hold abundance, peace, visibility, love. It feels like wearing someone else's life, but it's yours. But your body still didn't recalibrate it yet. Your brain's job is familiarity, not happiness, not fulfillment, familiarity. So when you level up, your brain thinks it is unknown. Unknown equals threat. And threat triggers an anxiety, doubt, urge to go back, run away, urge to self-sabotage and to shrink. That is identity shock. That's not failure. Because we are always, when we are under threat, we just want to hide. I remember when I was healing my body, there was a phase when the symptoms were intensified and I almost stopped believing in this whole manifestation woo thing. I thought it wasn't working. But what was actually happening? My body was recalibrating to a new baseline. The old inflammatory patterns were dissolving, and dissolving feels chaotic before it becomes stable. just like expansion. The first step you need to do to not make any decisions from a shock state. Step 2, name it. This is expansion. This is unfamiliar. This is identity stretching. Step 3, increase safety. This is super important. Slow down, ground yourself, regulate, and don't manifest more. Stabilize what's here first. That's maturity. If you want the structured way, I guide women through stabilizing during expansion. And I walk through it step by step in my free masterclass, Heal to Manifest. And I will be linking it down below. Go check it out. You don't need to push harder. You don't need another affirmation. You need capacity. Capacity to hold peace. Capacity to hold money, capacity to hold love, capacity to hold visibility. Expansion feels unstable before it feels natural. And that doesn't mean you're failing. It means that you're shedding like a snake. So go check Heal to Manifest is a free masterclass where I walk you through how to stabilize your nervous system so you can receive without spiraling and running back into your old self. We don't want that no more, bestie. So go start there, the link down below. Go check it out. And I want you to comment and tell me what started shifting in your life that made you feel like going backwards. So let's normalize growth. And next, go watch this video right here while you go back to the old version of you, even after progress. That's the next layer, baby. I'll see you there.